Now I'm going to talk about Carl Jung's human design chart. So, human design is this other system that creates a body graph showing the different energy centers that are activated in certain archetypal energies that are known as gates or gene keys. They're uh, the gene keys are based on human design. Um, it's a The gene keys are a deeper layer of this that splits them into three levels: the shadow, gift, and city level. City is like a spiritual power, so you can look at that for more detail on that. But I'm just going to look at some stuff in his human design, look at some channels, which are connections between different energy centers that he has with certain themes going on, and then his profile and his cross. So overall, he's a generator, which is the type that has sacral energy. You can see that his sacral is defined. This center right here. That's like life force energy, creative energy, and the energy for work in general. So he's going to be have this energy towards work all the time. Um, Generators is the most common one. Most people are generators. Um, so he has energy for work, which is good. But he's got some interesting channels here, which I'll get into. First, I want to talk about his profile, which is the Hermit Opportunist, the 2-4. So the profile is based on these numbers after the period in the personality and design for his Sun and Earth. So you can see for his personality side, he has the 2 and the 4 in this design. So the 2 is the line 2 in a for a gate, which is based on the I Ching. So it's one of the I Ching uh, symbols for each. So line 2 is the one that's called the Hermit, but it's based on it basically means the ability to have innate talent in certain areas so that you can easily jump into your creative talents or abilities that you have inbuilt from possibly you could say from past lives. It's just innate talent that you bring into this life. So you're engaging in your innate talent, and then you also have a lot of downtime where you're in isolation in your own space. Uh, you know, checking it like resting or exploring your talents. You need that time alone in isolation to really nurture your natural talents and abilities and be working on that stuff in your free time. But you have this innate talent, so you don't really need to do much with it. You just got to express it and contribute to the world. So people will pull you out from your hermitage into the world for you to engage in your talents. So for Carl Jung, with his personality line being 2, he's innately talented. He has all his talent coming in automatically, which is obviously the case for him being able to be a pioneer of so many different things with the archetypes, the collective unconscious, the psyche, the shadow, his um, animus concept, all that stuff. So much stuff was based on his own talents and abilities. And then this fourth line, the unconscious line, is the opportunist. So this is a connection to groups and friends and community in general. So like I was saying that he had the communion need in his Michael chart. Also talks about that. A lot of connection to friends and groups in general. So that'll be a big thing, like having a network um, of people that you're connected to. So this really connects them to a lot of different people. Having the fourth line, uh, he gets he gets to have a lot of opportunities to connect with others and make things happen. So it's a pretty cool line combination profile to have innate talent with opportunities to connect through community. So that's his profile, and then his incarnation cross. This is um, based on his sun and earth positions and his personality and his design. So the conscious and unconscious. It's the main gene keys or gates. And so it's the 31, which is in the throat, the 41, which is in the root, the 27, which is in the sacral, and the 28, which is in the spleen center, which is the intuition center. So this makes an incarnation cross called the right angle cross of the unexpected. So I'll just read what it says here real quick because it's a good summary. This cross is about unexpected leadership, people who are discovered by the collective and catapulted into a position of power to influence and guide others. This unexpected task of having to handle power and yield influence is often brought on through sudden circumstances and turns people who live seemingly ordinary lives into leaders with sudden authority and influence. Coming into power unexpectedly and learning how to handle it is the theme of this cross. Underlying it is a deep drive for risk taking. So he's going to, as he's living his life, he'll engage in connections with other people, and then certain unexpected things will happen that will throw him into leadership positions. So he becomes an authority and a leader in different ways because of this. And so I'll talk a little bit about those 4 gene keys or those gates. He's got the 31 in that, which is this gate that's coming from the throat, the communication center, and it's going down into connecting to the self center, the G center. And he actually has a channel there because he has 7 defined also. So he has a channel from the throat to the self center. And this is the leadership, one of the main leadership channels. So he's got a strong energy for leadership in general. And he has the ability to influence the collective on a deep level. It's a really big on influence. So that's really cool to see. And then the 41 down here is one of the things in his cross, in his incarnation cross. The 41 is connected to 30, which connects the root to the emotion center. And this channel is it's called the channel of recognition, but it has a lot to do with imagination, fantasizing, dreaming, exploring deep emotions and feelings. It's like a strong feeling ability. So you feel things really deeply, you imagine things, you have fantasies, and a kind of dreamy mind and heavy connection to emotion. And so this contributes to, with this cross, his ability to dream up new things, to have fantasies, and explore feelings, and which is really, can be really powerful. Somebody else who has this channel is Barack Obama, and that's the only channel he has. So you can see what can happen with that channel. It has potential to have really strong feelings, to like yearning. It's like tied to yearning. So that's really cool. I actually have that channel too. And then his other gates in his incarnation cross is the 27. This is the gate of caring. So there's there's energy for caring about other people. This is an aspect of the unexpected cross, that you have this energy for caring about other people and being connected to your community in that way, nourishing and protecting others. So that's some energy he has. He doesn't have a channel for it, so he doesn't have the other side of it, but it's part of his cross. And the last one is the 28, which is called Preponderance of the Great. And it's to know what's worth fighting for. It's driven by a fear of death and taking risks. So it's like feeling that death is coming. I got to do something about it. But it's like a very powerful energy. So those are everything in his incarnation cross. I talked a little bit about some of his channels, the 4130 and the 317, and some two other ones he has. He has the 4253, which connects the sacral to his root. It's called the channel of maturation. And this is about going through cycles from beginning, middle to end. So he has a lot of energy to go from different cycles of experiencing and focusing on things until he finishes things. So it has this in the moment like response tied to his root and to the sacral, which is his life force energy. And then his last channel is this one connecting from the 57 to the 10 or 1057, and it connects his self center to the spleen center. Spleen center is in a moment intuitions, and the self center is his own self love and direction. So it basically gives him this intuitive ability to, with the ability to survive, like be tied to survival, knowing how to survive, and his intuition really leads him very deeply in the moment all the time towards his ensuring his survival. That's basically what uh, that channel is about. So that's everything in his human design chart that I wanted to talk about. What we can say overall for him is, he's destined to be a leader that might be thrown into that responsibility unexpectedly. With that 31 gate, there's a lot of leadership energy, and then the 41 gives him the fantasizing ability. The 27 gives him the caring nature with others, and the 28 gives him a fear of death, which makes him focus on making things happen. And he's got some deep connection to feelings through the 4130 and yearning and emotions and imagination. He's got the energy to complete things. He's got leadership ability, and he's got intuitive, in the moment survival, instinctual energy. And then his profile, like I said, was the 2-4. So he's got innate talent, and then he's got a connection to his groups and his influence with his community and his network. So that's everything I wanted to say for his human design.